Hello, live. Hello, Facebook. Hello, I choose me. Hashtag no more excuses. I was sitting up in here in my room, going through my paperwork and trying to organize some things I have coming up. And in the process of doing that, what came to me was the divine connections that we meet, the people that we meet on our journey to and into our purpose, and how important the relationships that we build, the relationships that we nurture, the relationships that matter, how important it is that we show up in them and we recognize them and we use those as the tools they were used, or well, basically use them as the tools they were designed to be, which were to empower you, which were to guide you, which were to influence you, which were to be a part of your journey, a part of your story. And so let me share a little bit about what I mean. I have been meeting some of the most amazing people lately as I'm journeying on this I Choose Me movement. I have been coming out of these walls and getting into the community and being a part of growing us to life, loving ourselves to life, being a part of nurturing my gift and my purpose by showing up in real time, in real spaces, with real people, and trying to make a difference. And so in me showing up and me basically realizing and recognizing what it is that I'm supposed to be doing, me recognizing and embracing what it is that the place that I'm heading is allowing me to be real with the people that I'm meeting, is allowing me to see the value, and for people to see the value in me. Why? Because I love me first. Why? Because I know what I'm trying to do. And so the point of this last minute live, the kids got out. Essence took the kids to the pool. It got quiet, and I said I'm gonna go live, and I'm just gonna have a conversation and basically stress how important it is to have divine conversations and divine connections with the people that you meet along your journey. And so what's been one of the most pivotal moments that I can really speak of is basically going through the process of trying. Hey Gigi, thank you for tuning in. Basically going through the process of recognizing how important it was for me to embrace my pain, how important it was for me to show up in my life, how important it was for me to show my kids what it looks like to dream, to not only dream but get in action, and to not only get in action but get results. And so in getting results, it required me to basically show up in a way that I had not been doing. I had not been doing it. I had had visions, I had had dreams, but I was giving myself excuses as to why I couldn't be who God called me to be. I was giving myself excuses as to why I was going to allow the divine connections and relationships that God was placing into my life to go unmeasured, unneeded, unused. And so with me recognizing the gift that's inside, it allowed me to pay more attention to the people that were already around me. And you know what's so amazing? When I sit and I think about that saying, when they say God says what you already have everything you need. Everything I needed started from inside of me. It started with me unlocking my pain. It started with me grabbing hold to my purpose. It started with me just showing up in my life. That is why I go week to week with you guys, and I speak from my soul. I speak from my heart, because I know what it feels like to be stuck in your pain. I know what it feels like to have a dream or a gift, or to have something on the inside of you that's burning to come out, but you just don't know where to start. You know why you don't know where to start? Because you have not opened up your eyes to see the people that God has placed around you. He has placed so many people in your space, in your corner, in your world, that was designed to give you a piece to your puzzle. But because we are so not conscious of who we come in contact with, because we are so unconscious of the relationships that we have building. We lose value of the gift that we should be having. We lose value of the journey that we're on. And so I'm sitting here and I'm going through, I have this event that I'm planning. I have a lot of events that I'm planning, so let's just say that. Kudos to that. I'm telling you, the journey is real. You know, to stand here and think about the vision and the dream of the movement, to think about the I Choose Me and what that meant. It meant that I was going to love. It meant that I was going to love me to life. It meant that I was going to show up. It meant that I was going to take the divine assignment that God placed on my life as just my keys. I was going to take it serious, and I was going to commit to it. And committing to my week to week, it has turned into something that I've always dreamed of. And as I was sitting here doing, like I said, I have an event that I'm working on with this young lady named Myra that I met a couple of weeks back at an event I was doing again. Being able to show up in your life, you get to meet the people that was designed for you to meet on your path and on your journey. And so I met this young lady, and she immediately was blown away by the concept of the I Choose Me, and was immediately excited and saw the vision of the movement, and so she wanted to do an event. But let me rewind a little bit. I met this amazing woman, because I'm sorry, my phone keeps on playing tricks on me. They don't want y'all to get this message. I met this amazing woman just by chance, because somebody I knew went somewhere. My cousin ended up going to a luncheon, and because she spoke on me, I met this lady named Maria. She runs the Culture Center downtown, in which I'm being able to do my lives every my I Choose Me. Once a month, I get to experience that, where it's about loving yourself to life and bringing your gift. That was birthed from a relationship, a divine connection. And so sometimes you're waiting on the money to come. Sometimes you're waiting on people to come. Sometimes you're waiting on things to come. And all God is waiting for you to come. He's waiting for you to show up so that he can give you what's already waiting for you. He's waiting on you to show up so that he can light that fire inside of you and connect you to the people that are holding your stuff. I'm tired of people waiting for God himself to come down and bless you. He said, I use people. I've sent people your way to give you every blessing that you need. I've sent things your way to show you who I am. I sent you your way. I'm inside of you. And when you show up for you, you show up for me. And when you show up for me, you get to unveil the relationships that I have placed before you. You get to see through a different lens the value of your gift. You get to see through a different lens the value that people have to offer you. You get to see through a different lens that your story was not in vain, and that the pain was not in vain, and that the vision that he gave you is waiting to be fulfilled if only you would get in action. If only you would just take the first step. Because with every step, you get closer to God. With every step, you get closer to purpose. With every step, you get closer to the vision that's placed inside of you. And so as I sit here, I'm so humbled by the experience. And I know what it means when people say, to whom much is given, much is required. I say all the time, everybody dares to be great, but nobody want to be stretched, pulled, or broken in order to stand up in their truth. You know, sometimes you got to get the stuff that is hurting you the most. You need to tear it away. You need to chip it away so that you can unveil that precious, important part of you that gives people life. And so as I sit here humbled by my experience, eyes watering by the experience, because as I sit and I remember all the things I've been through, I'm so grateful. I mean, so grateful for the vision that is placed inside of me. I'm even more grateful for the people who see me before the world sees me, for the people who support me as I'm learning to grow myself. It's a process for me too. And my spirit is humble, my heart is full, and I'm just so grateful just to be a part of you guys' lives, and just to show up in my life, because I'm telling you, it's a lot. It's a lot of hats that I have to wear. You know, I'm a wife, been a wife for 15 years, been together with my husband for 18 years. I'm a mom of 5, not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, but 5. A stay-at-home mom, which so many people tend to devalue the job of a mom that stays at home. You know what I mean? Devalue the job. But what I learned was that people don't teach you your worth. And when you allow people to show up and tell you what you're not worth, you give away the biggest gift that you have to offer, which is your greatness. Because until you see your greatness, nobody else will. Until you show up in your light, nobody else will. And so these tears that you see, they're answers. These tears are of joy. They're tears of gratefulness, because I am so honored and so grateful to be able to have all the things that my heart desires in its fullness. Yeah, I'm working on a material aspect of my life, but that's nothing. That part is nothing. Every other area that I've worked on, meaning relationship, my friendships, being able to show up for myself, being able to love myself, being able to heal relationships that was worth healing, being able to love again, being able to teach again, being able to come out of that brokenness to be what you see today, being able to walk in the gift and the spirit of which God places in me, to be able to share my gift of poetry, to be able to share my wisdom, my inspiration, my words, my empowerment. That is because of my pain. That is because of what I've been taken through. That is because of the gift that was placed inside of me. And I'm telling you this, that nothing is better than to unlock yourself and show up for yourself when nobody else sees you. Nothing is more important than looking in the mirror and value who you were created to be when nobody else knows yet. That is the gift. The gift is recognizing that you were born enough. And that's why my heart weeps for those who do not already know that. And that's why my job and my purpose is to spend any chance I get to pour into somebody how perfect they are. I'm tired of hearing people say how I'm not perfect, I'm not perfect. Of course you are perfect. You are one of a kind. You were born perfect. You were born with a plan. You were born with a vision. You were born with a gift. You were born with a light that makes you perfect. You hold a piece that God only gave you that makes you perfect. And the trick is figuring out how to embrace all of the lessons and turn them into our blessings, so that we can be molded into what we were born and created to be, so that we can enjoy the divine relationships. Because until I can love me, I can't love you. And until, you know how many divine relationships we lose every day because we don't have the value of ourselves? Because we're so busy trying to outdo our sister. Because we're so busy trying to outshine our sister. Because we're so busy trying to outlive our sister, that we don't live for us. That we don't show up for us. That we don't just be for us. And so this movement is about allowing us to see that individually, you have a special piece. Individually, you were born enough. Individually, the world is waiting on you. And those divine connections are waiting for you to love who you were created to be. Because when I love me, I see you. And when you love you, you see me. That's what it requires. Love grows everything. And so I'm just saying that because God placed something in me, which is love, I'm always looking for the best in people. And I've been broken. I've been hurt so much because I just expect. I'm always giving people the benefit of the doubt because I know what's inside of them, you know. And sometimes we get broken in those moments, in them spaces of trying to basically deal with the fact that some people aren't ready to show up for themselves. So I don't want that to stop you from showing up for somebody else. That's why I want you to forgive the people that hurt you. Doesn't mean I'm saying you have to have a relationship with the people that hurt you. What I'm saying is forgive them so you have the gift and the ability to move on to your next level in life and give to the next person what somebody else took for granted. Don't take yourself for granted by removing the one special thing that God gave you. Don't allow people who hurt you to take away from the special thing that was given to you, which is your light, which is your love, which is your gift, which is your divine connection. Nurture those divine connections. Celebrate those divine connections and lift them up. Miss Maria, divine connection. I met her through somebody. Myra, a divine connection. Met her through somebody. The people that, Gigi, you are a divine connection. Met you through my mama. I'm telling you, when you sit back and take inventory of all the stuff that is placed in your lap, you realize that you have everything you need. Only thing it requires is for you to show up, get in action, and take full advantage of every opportunity that comes your way. And then the sky will be the limit. And then your journey will be the story that you tell when you stand on the top of that mountain after you came from the valley low. And you say, look at God. Look at me. Look at determination. Look at acceptance. Look at what embracing looks like. Look at what loving looks like. Look what it took for me to get here. It took me to love me. That's the first step. Until you love you, nothing else matters. Until you love you, you're not coming into your relationships authentic. You're coming broken. And if you're already broken, the minute somebody touches you, you're going to fall apart. You won't be what you were created to be in that relationship. You forfeit the gift of being a divine connection when you come broken. And so I'm asking you to either email me for soul coaching. Just go live every Tuesday with me. This has cost you nothing to get this information, to start to work on loving who you were created to be. You have to do that. It's so necessary. I can't stress enough how loving you is the key to living your best life. How loving you is the key to showing up and showing out. How loving you is the key to having the best relationship you can with God. Because when you love who He created you to be, guess what He's going to do? He's going to lift you up and shine you so bright, because then He knows you're ready to tell your story. He knows you're ready to give Him the glory. He knows you're ready to stand up in your truth and be the divine person that you were created to be. He's waiting on you to love you. I'm waiting on you to love you. Because I had to do that for me in order for me to balance the life that I have. In order for me to be in love with my husband, 360 degrees in love with my kids, 360 degrees, and in love with myself. Because the one thing I don't ever want to do is forget that although I have titles, I was born with a purpose. That's what I want you to remember. That as long as, no matter how many titles and roles you have, understand that above all that is your purpose. Above all that is who you were created to be. Above all that is your divine assignment. And so this vision that I got, the I Choose Me, hashtag no more excuses, is about you loving your divine assignment. Meaning you loving who you are so that you can be who you were called to be, and so that all the relationships that you come in contact with would authentically be and build you to another level. They were designed to lift you up, not tear you down. Stop allowing your brokenness to stop you from moving. You can't get around if you're in pieces. You got to become whole so that you can walk into your destiny. Walk into your destiny. So that was just placed on my spirit today, and I just went live outside of our Tuesday. I may do this more often because It's just real conversations. And I love when I feel like God is speaking to me. I love when God is touching my spirit, and when he just brings me to tears. Because I'm so grateful of the journey. I'm so grateful of, in spite of all the pain that I've been through, in spite of all the things that have broken us, we're still here to be whole. We still can walk in gift. We still can walk in purpose. And my God, he still is going to use you. Because he's using me. He can use you too. Show up in your life. Show up in love. Love grows everything. Until you love yourself to life, nothing else will be anything you want it to be. Because the only thing that will grow you is love. The only thing that will heal you is love. And the only thing that you can give that keeps on giving is love. And so I just want to thank you for your time. Thank you for listening to me rant, because I'm a ranter. But I just want to just say that I'm grateful. And that I'm so honored and so privileged to be able to show up in my life, no matter how many things that tries to stop me daily. No matter how many things that try to deter me from the vision and the purpose. No matter how many things try to break down who I was created to be. I decided that I was going to show up every single day because I'm worth it. And so I'm only asking that you show up every single day because you're worth it. And that you memorize that motto, and that you put it in the heart and the soul of who you are, which is I pledge to embrace who I am today. Do you know what embrace means? That means to hold. That means to lift. That means to comfort. I'm going to embrace who I am today. That means right now. In spite of where I want to be, in spite of where I've been, I'm embracing who I am today. Love who I was yesterday. That's what the shame was all about. In order for you to remove the shame, you got to love who you were yesterday. You cannot remove the shame and walk in your lane, our last night's topic, if you don't love who you were yesterday. And the last but not least is to inspire who you will become tomorrow. And so, in order to love who you were yesterday, you got to embrace who you are today, and you got to inspire who you will be tomorrow. All of that is up to you. All of that is your birthright, as Lisa Nichols said. You have a birthright to show up in your divine assignment and be who you were called to be. Are you ready to do that? Are you ready to commit to you like you've committed to so many others in your life? Are you ready to not let yourself down? Because we go above and beyond for the world. We go above and beyond for our friends. We go above and beyond for our spouses, for our parents, for our kids, for everything. We go above and beyond, even for our work. And sometimes, in most instances, they don't even pay us enough for the above and beyond that we do there. I am asking you to go above and beyond for you. It's time to change the direction of that power that you're putting out and insert it, internalize that power, so that you can illuminate in a way that shines no matter where you go and what's going on in your life. And you tend to notice that the little thing or the big things become little. Let's start to minimize the problems and maximize the love by showing up for ourselves, irregardless of what we've been through. You're enough. You're special. You're one of a kind. Your story needs to be heard. There are people waiting on you. Commit to your assignment. Commit to your job. Commit to your purpose. Commit to you. So that everybody else can commit to you. Nobody's going to commit to you if you're not committed to yourself. Even if you think people are committed to you, the reason why it falls apart is because you have not committed to yourself. The reason why relationships are not working because you have not committed to yourself. And so I'm urging you to commit to yourself. I'm urging you to commit to who you are. And in doing so, you commit to the process. You embrace the preparation. You understand that to whom much is given, much is required. And so you take on every task. You take on every letdown. You take on everything that's a teachable moment, and you grab it by your hand and you take all power out of it. You know why? Because that's what it was intended for you to get from the situation. It was not intended that you get pain from your situation. It was intended that you gain power from your situation so that you can show up in your life, so that you can shine your light, and so that you can be who you were created to be. I hate to sound redundant, but I'm telling you, we don't hear it enough. We do not hear it enough. And so every single time I get the urge to go live, I'm going to share with you whatever message that I'm getting. And I want you to understand that it requires you to love you. And I'm going to keep on telling you that until I see that more people are showing up in their birthright and being who they were created to be, and grabbing onto their divine assignment so they could be the gift that they were created to be. Unlock yourself. Stop holding yourself hostage. Your future is waiting on you to stop holding yourself hostage. You're holding yourself hostage by the lies you tell yourself because you began to believe the lies that people told you. They lied on Jesus, and he kept on going. They didn't believe in him, and he kept on going. And had he stopped, will we have life and have it more abundantly? Absolutely not. We have what we have because he kept on going. He kept on going. And so I'm here to tell you, I don't care what you're going through today. I don't care what you've been through yesterday. I don't care what you may repeat tomorrow. As long as you got the secret of knowing that all you have to do is keep on going, you will make it through. You will make it out, and you will make it over. And you will find yourself at the top of the mountain where you've always dreamed of yourself being. Why? Because you walked through the valley when you had to. And you picked up the pieces when nobody else was around. And you hugged and embraced your story when nobody else could see it. And you showed up every day because you were worth it. Because you knew that. Because you believed that. And because you poured that into the people around you, and most importantly, you poured it into you. When you love you, life happens. I cannot tell you enough. When you love you, life happens. So no matter what I went through growing up, the more I loved me, the more God became present. The more I valued me, the more he made the no's easier and the yeses easier, and the decisions I made, he made me not think about it. Because I knew that I had an intuition that was working for me. My GPS was working for me because I had unlocked something that let me know who I was. I had unlocked something that gave me purpose. And when you're living with purpose, you're living with promise. And when you're living with promise, everything is available to you. Everything is at your fingertips. Everything that you need, you already have. Tap inside yourself, love yourself to life, and commit to understanding that you were born enough. And so, if you need more soul coaching, if you need more guidance, if you need more inspiration, please email me at preciouspwords@aol.com. preciouspwords@aol.com, or ichoosememovement@gmail.com. That's ichoosememovement@gmail.com. And I just want to remind you guys that love grows everything. So love yourself first. And the rest is just mere life. Everything falls in its place when you show up for you. You're the piece that's missing. You're the one thing that's stopping life from happening. You're the one thing that's holding you back. Nobody has the power to move you and change your world like you do. Stop allowing people to confuse you. You are the only one with the keys to your vehicle. You are the only one with the keys to your house. You are the only one with the keys to your future. You are the only one that can get yourself into anywhere you have to go. And so, show up for yourself so you can get into the places that are waiting for you. So you can get into the spaces that life has to offer you. You are divine. Commit to your divine assignment so that you can live in your supreme moment of destiny, because you have embraced and accepted that you were born enough. Value yourself. Value yourself. Value yourself. Value yourself. Value yourself so that you can be who you were created and designed to be. So that you would stop leaving the divine connections unnoticed, unused, and unvalued. Everything you need, you already have. If you would just open yourself up and wear those shades and look through the lenses that only you can see through, and commit to the life that only you can commit to. Only you can commit to you. Nobody else can do it for you. And so if there's some stuff that you're needing, there's some stuff that you're longing for, it starts with you. So love yourself to life and continue to dream, and then get in action. Create your blueprint and be the star and be the greatness and be the light that you were designed to be, so that we can get so many more people out of the darkness. I choose me. Hashtag no more excuses, because I was born enough, and so were you. And so I celebrate you. I love you. I honor you. And I want you to know that my heart is running over. My heart is running over of gratefulness, of being able to walk and live in a space in which I understand that no matter what I've been through, I'm still enough. And so are you. Love you guys. Thank you for tuning in. And until next time, love grows everything, so love yourself first. And our motto, our pledge, to embrace who I am today, love who I was yesterday, and inspire who I will become tomorrow. Continue to inspire people. And so if you hearing this message, I hope that throughout your day you inspire people. You give love to people, you smile, and you just give them that one thing that some people are missing. Just the pure understanding of knowing that they are seen. I see you, and I'm grateful that you see me too. Love you guys, and until next time, love grows everything. I choose me. Hashtag no more excuses, because you were born enough. One love.